Although we rarely celebrate the work of the Grim Reaper, we will happily make an exception for the Mini Paceman. While the first generation of the Countryman crossover sold in sufficient volume to warrant development of the successor we're driving here, its ungainly, ugly, two-door pseudo-coupe sister found more ridicule than buyers. Mini confirms that it won't be making another Paceman, and for that we are genuinely grateful. We'd suggest burying it in a garlic-filled coffin with a stake through its heart. The Paceman's demise makes this new Countryman the priciest Mini, performance specials aside, with its range-carrying purpose backed by a serious expansion in size. The first Countryman was big when compared with the Bijou Mini hardtop of a day, but it was overly compact even by compact crossover standards. Owners and potential buyers told Mini's customer clinicians they wanted it to be bigger and more practical. Which seems like a strange thing to hear from people in the market for a car named Mini, but it also explains why the new 2017 Countryman has grown by a significant 8.5 inches in length and 2.9 inches in wheelbase. Yet the expansion isn't immediately obvious when you look at it, the proportions being almost identical to the old cars. With the exception of the added length of the rearmost side window, this second-generation Countryman looks as if it were styled with a photocopier's scale conversion. The new Countryman retains the plastic wheel arch cladding that automotive designers use as visual shorthand from all great SUVs. Its modest ground clearance precludes anything but the most gentle off-road use. Under the surface, though, much changes. This Countryman follows the rest of the Mini clan by switching to BMW's new front-wheel drive architecture, specifically the UKL2 platform that also underpins the BMW X1, which is this Mini's more straight-laced cousin. The engine lineup won't burden US buyers since only two, both shared with other Minis, will be available initially. The entry-level Cooper employs a turbocharged 1.5-liter three-cylinder producing 134 horsepower, while the Cooper S brings a 189 horsepower turbocharged 2.0-liter 4, which is basically the smaller engine with another cylinder. Europe gets diesel options including a three-cylinder, but there are no plans to bring these to America. A brawnier 228 horsepower John Cooper Works version will follow close behind, with a plug-in hybrid Cooper SE later in the year. Front drive is standard, but part-time all-4 all-wheel drive is optional on both Cooper and S trims, as is a 6 or 8-speed automatic in place of the standard 6-speed manual. We'd love to be able to give you the comprehensive lowdown on all of these powertrains, but the only car we got to drive on the launch in England was a fully loaded Cooper S all-4 equipped with the 8-speed automatic. The cabin is more spacious and less gloomy than its predecessors, with better fit and finish and genuine evidence of ergonomic planning, which is new for Mini. As in the current hardtop, there are still some hard-to-see low-mounted toggle switches, apparently riffing on the original 1959 BMC Mini, and a fair bit of different for the sake of being different design. The rounded navigation screen, trimmed to fit in the circular central binnacle, is a styling cue that we suspect a middle-aged designer thought would appeal to millennials. Practical considerations get their due, though, with generous space both front and rear. The driving position is raised, as you'd expect for a crossover. It's not quite SUV commanding but is certainly assertive. There's also adult viable room in the back with wear-a-hat headspace and a respectable 18 cubic feet of luggage volume beneath the hatch with the seats in place and 48 cubes with them stowed.